What's next?
So next on our list is something that these never had before, but is also a very iconic snack to my childhood. And it's called Yu Zai Bang. And it is the goldfish cracker equivalent. And I'm more familiar with the seaweed one, but they also come in a chicken flavor. They've also, I don't feel like, to my recollection, they've changed the packaging all that much over the years, because it's always been this delightful little whale.
Want me to open this one?
Yeah. And in terms of shapes, it's sea creatures. So
Aww.
they have little starfishes, they have little squid, I think a little turtle.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, look how fun the packaging is. Is it focusing?
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, so it's super cute. There's all these little sea creatures on it. And on the inside, that's what they look like.
There you go.
Okay, so that's what they look like, these little sea creatures.
This is good. This is delightful.
Right? Is it better than goldfish crackers?
Oh yeah.
So goldfish crackers still have that biscuity, slightly powdery kind of taste to it. This is more like a rice biscuit. It's again more like a rice cracker. So it's very crunchy, it's very light. It's empty on the inside, so it's just air. And I feel like the seasoning for it is not like any other snack I've tasted. You have the chicken flavor, right? Try the seaweed one.
One sec. Okay. So it's actually made with wheat, so not rice.
Oh, okay, so it's not rice.
But
But
what's interesting about it is not only does it have like a chicken flavor to it, but both of these packages say that they have an oyster shell powder.
Oh.
So maybe that's why it has, and also soybean crustacean fish products.
So it doesn't taste like seafood if you're wondering. Not at all.
No.
But it, honestly, I feel like the chicken and the seaweed taste very similar though. I don't know if I'd be able to really know the difference.
Oh, there's a difference, right? Okay.
Oh, never mind. Okay. The seaweed one does have a stronger seaweed taste to it.
Yes, it does.
This is just a kind of like a light, it doesn't taste like chicken, but like a chicken broth. Chicken broth type of taste.
Yeah. I like these. These are really good.
Right? These are really addictive.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like, I feel like you can pop a bunch of these in your mouth and
Yes.
you can legit eat a whole bag of this, no problem.
Because they're essentially air in the inside. So
They're-
puffed.
yeah.
They're puffed like wheat.
You can't really describe the taste of it, right? Like I feel like the salt combination or the flavoring of it is just different from the other crackers I've tasted.
I would say yeah.
Like, it's not something that I buy because through growing up, I've just forgotten about this until we did this haul and I was like, we have to get Yu Zai Bang.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this is something that I think a lot of kids in Hong Kong particularly really enjoyed.
Cool.
Do you like seaweed more or chicken?
I like both.
I like
Both are
seaweed a
pretty
bit
good.
more.
Yeah.
Seaweed has a stronger taste to it.
Yeah, it does.
Chicken's a little lighter.
Yeah.
So next is another very Hong Kong staple, and it's not a Hong Kong candy, it's made in Japan. But again, growing up, my mom wouldn't buy me a lot of candy, and I'm not usually a big person to beg for candy, but these are one of the things that I really like. They are the equivalent of the Tic Tacs of the Hong Kong childhood snack world. And they look like a mini can, which one is super cute.
Yeah.
And they smell like Coke.
So they're actually Coke flavored.
They are Coke flavored.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
They're Coke flavored mini Tic Tacs.
Ooh.
Right? It's like a very soda-y kind of smell, and it's very strong considering the size of it. So
Wow.
they're actually smaller than Tic Tacs. I totally was way off on the ratio there. Okay, so yeah, this is the size of it. Right? There's no comparison to what other thing is this small, but it's packed full of flavor. Like you don't really need a big one.
No.
So it's kind of like a condensed version of this. It's a chalky type of candy, but it's really compact. So it doesn't break in your mouth right away unless you bite into it or anything like that. Which you totally just did, judging by her face. But does it taste like Coke?
Yeah, it does. It's really
It
good.
tastes exactly like a powdered Coke candy. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do.
Do you feel like you'd be addicted to this? Or
I would
more as a
probably-
kid?
I would probably want an actual pop. But
Mm,
if I couldn't have a pop and I had that lying around, it would be gone in like 5 seconds.
You would never eat one. Like, I don't know why they made it so small. Because no kid ever eats one. Like, the ratio of how much I eat is between 3 to 5 at a time.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Because it's so small.
Yeah.
And you just want to pop a whole bunch in your mouth. So, we're on to our last snack item, which is half snack, half food, but kind of like a different way of eating it, I guess, if you're not
How about
used
this
to-
one?
Well, that's a drink, though.
Okay.
And we'll end with this one.
Okay. Okay.
So second to last is Hong Kong. It's like anytime we talk about instant ramen or anything like that, we mean 茶青 thing. Chicken is the most iconic noodle that Hong Kong people will ever eat, which I'm sure a lot of Asians eat in general.
Yeah.
But it's just that nowadays there's so many other ramen brands that have come out. This is the childhood that I grew up with.
Same here.
And so is this your favorite one, the beef flavor?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I knew it. Because there's so many, but you picked this one.
Yeah.
My favorite is actually, it's like a green tonkatsu type of flavor. Yeah, it's like a bony, milky type of texture. Yeah. Just don't have time to cook it, or you want something with a little more crunch.
Yes, and like really like taste, like really, I don't know how to even describe it, but just
You just want straight up MSG in your mouth, and it's just so good.
So growing up,
Yeah.
this was like a no-no, but my parents
Oh,
always
yeah.
had like this in the cupboard.
Your parents always tell you can't eat it, but they always have it in the cupboard. So
Exactly.
why would they do that?
Exactly.
Nowadays, my mom doesn't. She buys like the healthier
Yeah.
version, like the no MSG, no salt added. But that's what makes it so much more coveted, because you want it even more because you know it's a treat.
And a lot of people say, oh, you can't eat it because it's raw, but if you don't know, most of the time these noodles have been fried already. And that's why they're hard, and that's why they're instant, because they've already been cooked.
So they're perfectly safe. Not that I'm telling you to eat this for 3 meals a day for
Please
forever.
don't. It's
Please
really
don't do
bad
that.
for you.
It's legit a rare snack that you should have.
Yeah.
And
But you know what? David Chang of Momofuku, he eats it this way too. So I'm like,
yes, you know it's legit if a real chef eats it this way.
So usually I don't use.
Yeah, me neither. I don't use the oil, the sesame oil, because that's more for the soup base and it makes the noodle all oily. So I don't do it that way either.
And if you were like an angry child, you would do this.
Which is what I did.
But be careful because
Don't smash the bag.
yeah. And depending on how fine you want the noodles, like I kind of like them with chunks.
Yeah, I like them with chunks too.
Right.
Let them see how smashed you have it. So if you've had other type of, there's a lot of noodle snacks out there that just start out smashed and they're just meant for you to eat straight up as it is. I feel like it's the same concept. It's just that we're
Essentially.
using, yeah, I feel like it's just that we're using a ramen noodle bag as opposed to having that pre-bought. Like, you know, Baby Star, the one with the happy face. It's essentially that thing too, but you're just making your own.
Or that monster one.
Mommy. No, I've never eaten it with tortilla thing actually.
Yeah?
I've never eaten it with this bread. It's because by the time I open one of these, I just want to cook it in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that beef flavor is good though.
It is. It's very salty, lots of sodium, so don't eat this all the time. It's a sinful snack.
If you don't, if you're eating a snack and you're gonna smash open a bag of ramen, you don't want like a light tasting flavor anyway.
Yep.
So you probably want to go with the beef one. So last but not least is we're gonna do my favorite drink. Well, not my favorite drink. My favorite drink was lemon tea. But this is a very iconic childhood Hong Kong drink, and it's Lei Ban La. And again, when I had this, it didn't come in this delightful pre-made kind of thing. It came in a syrup. And so I had to mix it with water, depending on what I wanted. And I had to beg my mom to buy it for me because it's so sugary and so bad for you.
Really?
Yeah, like my mom normally doesn't let me have it. And if she does, she puts way too much water in it. So I have to have it diluted.
So this one's already like diluted.
Yeah, this is already diluted. You can just drink this straight up, but the ones that come, it's kind of like a big champagne looking kind of glass. That's the one you have to mix with water. You said you didn't actually have Ribena until way later.
Yeah.
So when did you have your when did you have your first Ribena?
So someone told me that it's good for you when you're sick,
Really?
and she told me not to dilute it, and so I had it that way.
If my mom had known, I would have had so much Ribena in my life. How was it when you had your first?
It was really concentrated.
Oh,
obviously.
okay. Wait, did she mix it for you or
No, she told me not to put any water.
Oh, she just told you to take a spoonful of it in your mouth?
Yeah.
I would
So
not
don't do it.
recommend that as not as her first experience. Anyway.
Yeah.
I've never had just a spoonful of it.
So I wasn't a big fan.
It's not hard to describe the taste of blackcurrant. It's like a mixture of a blueberry and a cranberry
Perfect.
type of thing. If you've never had a blackcurrant, it's like a mixture of a blueberry and a cranberry.
Becoming very popular nowadays.
See, it's
Very
so
enjoyable.
Yes, thank you. Oh, it's so good. Okay. So the taste is more sweet than it is tangy.
Yeah.
Tart. It's mostly just sweet, and but it does taste like blackcurrant.
That's delicious.
But it's very delicious. It's like my Sunny D of my childhood. And actually, in a lot of Hong Kong style cafes, they do a lot of variations of this.
Really?
Lei Ban Lao. I don't know the proper name. Don't hate me if I didn't say it properly. And that's if they put lemon in it.
Oh.
Yeah. So they put ice and lemon in it, and you mash it up. So it's kind of like a lemon tea, but lemon Ribena.
I can see that being really good.
That's the one they do in a lot of Hong Kong style cafes. So you can totally ask for one.
It's really good when you're sick because I believe blackcurrant or currant, or however you say it, has a lot of vitamin C in it.
Well, it says it's 100% vitamin C.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Well, now you know, because I've always just loved this, and my mom has always told me it's a lot of sugar and I'm allowed to have it, but apparently it's really good for you.
Yeah.
I would suggest buying this first if you've never had it, just because it's a smaller bottle, and the really concentrated ones come in like a huge diluting kind of thing. And yeah, it's just one of my favorite childhood drinks. I'm glad this has redeemed itself for you, and you're not like, I do not want Ribena.
Yeah.
So that's it for the big snack haul. There's a lot more snacks out there from our childhood.
Yes.
We had a tough time when we were buying everything. We were just like,
everything.
oh, there's this. Oh, what about that? Oh, what about that? So we tried to condense it to everything that we remembered that was truly iconic, because there's a lot of other stuff too, like Calbee chips and stuff like that.
Yes. There's a lot of Filipino snacks too.
Yeah, so I would love to do a Filipino one next time.
Yeah, we can totally do that.
Maybe taste a lot of stuff I've never had before.
Yeah.
And again, if you're interested in any of these things, it's in the Gastrofork YouTube channel, which I also frequently do recipes on.
Yes.
And if you like these kind of tasting videos, please let me know so I can do more. I love eating stuff and trying to tell you if I like them or not. So yeah, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.